guys, it's Miss Maya from the Green Free Library, and I'm here to share another story time with you. I hope everyone is keeping cool. As you can see here, I have a guest today. This is Puss in Boots, and we're in front of the castle, and he's here to help me tell his story a little later. But first, I want to say hi to all my Storytime friends, Anna and Peter and Kate and Andrew, Ella, Lydia, Quinn, and Suri and Parker, Stanley and Henry, and baby Charlie. And hi to all the other children that come to the library for story time. And welcome to everyone who's watching today. Puss wants to sing Shake My Sillies Out, right? Yes. Okay. So, are you ready? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out. And wiggle my waggles away. I'm gonna clap, clap, clap my crazies out. Clap, clap, clap my crazies out. Clap, clap, clap my crazies out. And wiggle my waggles away. I'm gonna jump, jump. Oh, that's good. Jump, jump, jump my jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump my jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump my jiggles out. Wiggle my waggles away. Gonna yawn, 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 my sleep is out. Oh, thank you. Yawn, 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 my sleep is out. Yawn, 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 my sleep is out. And wiggle my waggles away. I'm gonna shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out. And wiggle my waggles away. And wiggle my waggles away. Yes, very good. Great job, guys. Let's sit down. Show me your hands. Open them, shut them. Open them, shut them. Give a little clap. Open them, shut them. Open them, shut them. Lay them in your lap. Yes, I know you don't have a lap. Okay, it's all right. Now, we've shared several fairy tales, lately. We did Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and the Three Little Pigs, the Elves and the Shoemaker, the Three Billy Goats Gruff. And today, Puss wants me to tell you his story, and it is called Puss in Boots. And it goes like this. Once upon a time, there was a man who had 3 sons, a mill, a donkey, and a cat. Yeah, that was you. Okay. Now, when he died, he left the mill to his oldest son, he left the donkey to his second son, and to his youngest son, he left the cat. Well, the young son was pretty sad about that. What am I going to do with a cat, he said. A cat can't help me. I might as well get rid of it. Well, Puss was a very clever cat. Yes, very clever cat. And he understood what the young man was saying. And he said, "You don't want to get rid of me," claimed the cat. "I can help you. Have some boots made for me and let me go out in the world, and I promise great things will happen." Well, the youngest son was quite startled by a talking cat, but he decided to see what he could do. So he had the boots made, and when they arrived, the cat put them right on. He grabbed a bag and put some grain in it, tossed it over his shoulder, and walked out the door just like a man. Now, the land where the son lived was ruled by a king, and this king just loved to eat partridges, which is a kind of a bird. Unfortunately, his hunters weren't able to catch them. What are they? No. But you can, right? Yeah, okay. But the cat, however, he knew how to find the birds, and he went in the woods, and he put the grain on the ground, the bag with the grain in it, and he left it open, and he hid in the bushes holding on the string. And when the birds came to eat the grain, they went in the bag. And when Puss thought he had enough, he pulled the string, closed the bag, and then he took it to see the king. When he arrived at the castle, he asked for an audience with the king. And the guard was, he didn't know about this talking cat, but he decided, okay, maybe the king would be amused, so he let the cat in. "Your Majesty," said the cat, bowing low, "I bring you greetings and a gift from my lord, the Count of Valencia," which was a name that the cat made up for the young son. "He sends his regards, and here is his gift." Well, the king was delighted by all these birds, so he gave the cat several bags of gold. "Take these to your master with my thanks for his gift." When the cat returned with the gold, he told the youngest son, "The king himself says hello and thanks you kindly." The son was overjoyed, but confused. So the cat told him what he had done while he was taking off his boots, and he said, "Tomorrow, I'll put on my boots again. I'll make you richer still." So the next day, the cat went hunting, and once again he took birds to the king, and once again, he brought home gold to his master. And this went on for many days. Then one day when the cat was in the castle, he overheard the coachman saying he had to drive the king and princess around the lake. The cat hurried home and said to the young man, "If you really want to be a count and you really want to be rich, come with me to the lake for a swim." So the young one went, and he took off all his clothes and he jumped in the lake. Well, then the cat grabbed his clothes and hid them behind a bush. And when the king's carriage came by, he ran up, "Oh, your majesty, help! My master was swimming and thieves robbed him and took all his clothes. And if he stays in the water, he'll catch cold and surely die." So the king sent his man back to the castle with some of his own clothes, and he brought them back. And the young man put on the beautiful garments and got in the coach with the princess and the king. So now in the meantime, the cat, Puss, yes, that's you, he ran ahead and he came to this big field with a lot of workers. And he said, "Who owns this field?" And they said, "The great sorcerer." Well, the cat told them, "The king is going to come riding by, and you tell him that this field belongs to the count, or something bad will surely befall you." Well, they were a little bit afraid of this talking cat who walked like a man, so they agreed. Well, Puss kept running, and he came to an even bigger field with even more workers, and he said, "Who does this field belong to?" "The great sorcerer," they replied. "The king will come riding by. When he asks who owns this field, you tell him that it belongs to the count, or something bad will surely befall you." And then he kept running on, and then he came to a great magnificent forest with many, many, many workers. He said, "Who does this forest belong to?" They said, "The great sorcerer." He said, "The king will soon come by. When he asks you who owns this forest, you tell him it belongs to the count, or something bad will surely befall you." Well, then he got to the castle of the great sorcerer, and he went right in. And the sorcerer saw him, and he scowled, and he said, "What do you want?" Oh, and he bowed low, and he said, "I have heard that you can turn yourself into any animal that you want. I find this hard to believe. Perhaps a fox or a dog, but I would think it would be impossible for you to turn yourself into, say, an elephant." That's child's play. So the sorcerer, poof, he was an elephant. "Oh, that is very impressive. But can you become something very, very tiny? Like, say, a mouse?" Oh, poof, the sorcerer was a mouse. Well, Puss grabbed him and ate him. In the meantime, the king came to the first field. "Who does this belong to?" And the people replied, "The count." Oh, the king was impressed. And when they came to the second field, he said, "And who does this field belong to?" "The count," the people replied. Oh, well, now the king was even more impressed. And when they came to the magnificent forest, "And who does this belong to?" said the king. And the people replied, "The count." Well, the king was very impressed with the young man and all that he owned, and he said, "You must indeed be very wealthy. I have never seen such large fields or such a magnificent forest." And when they came to the castle, there was the cat waiting to greet them. "Your Majesty, I welcome you to the home of my master, the count. Please come inside." Well, the king was very, very, very impressed with everything, and he gave the young man his daughter, the princess, in marriage, and they were married that day. And after that, they ruled the land together, and they always consulted their trusted advisor, the cat, and all three of them lived happily ever after. Yes, he did. The end. Thanks, Puss, for helping us tell that story today. For our project today, I thought we would make our own Puss in Boots puppet out of a brown paper bag. Just like that, all right? So you need a brown paper bag like you would use for to carry your lunch in. And you'll need some construction paper or colored paper, some non-toxic markers, some glue, and some scissors. Right? So first, I made the eyes, and they're kind of football shapes that I cut out of yellow construction paper. And like I said, I use the different colored paper, but if you have just plain paper and want to color it, you can. That's okay. And then to finish the face, I drew black spots in the middle of the eyes, and I gave him a nose and whiskers with black marker. And then I gave him a yellow belt and put a black buckle on it that I drew. Can you see his buckle? And I gave him a pretty red hat and with a yellow feather. And the feather is just kind of like another football shape with little slits in it. And then, of course, he had to have boots because he's Puss in Boots. So I gave him some black boots, and I made him a little fancy. I put a red strip at the top to match his hat. All right? And then once you have everything glued, he's ready to go. And there you have your brown paper bag Puss in Boots puppet. All right? So, I want to remind everyone that there's still time to sign up for the Green Free Library Summer Reading Program. Go to the library website at greenfreelibrary.org and click on the Read Squared words, and you can sign up. If you need help, just give us a call at the library. I also want to mention that there's a link on the library website for a magic show. If you click on Jafini the Magician's picture, you can go there and enjoy the show. So that's all I have for today. Hope you guys had fun. Keep checking out books, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.